Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins with the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. We are live meeting our new members here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Jake Sadler of Jake Sadler Fitness joining us. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, personal training, something that people are probably thinking about this time of year. It's actually probably better to be thinking about it this time of year than like towards the beginning of the new year when you get into that whole new year, new me mindset. Take care of it beforehand, and then it's not not an issue. But before we get into the services you offer and everything, I want to talk a little bit about how you got into this industry.
Absolutely. Well, honestly, I was never really a fitness kid growing up. I was formerly extremely overweight. I was around 300 pounds, so I never really knew the gym at all. So the gym came to me about when I was 19, 20 years old, right before COVID happened. I lost about 160 pounds overall, so I kind of dropped the weight down really quick, and now I'm trying to build the muscle up. So I saw what the journey's like, and I see other people struggling with that journey, so I want to make it my goal to kind of take the confusion out of fitness and help them see the clear pathway. It's not so confusing as I want to make it be.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that mindset that takes, because that doesn't happen overnight.
Oh, no,
Anytime you talk to anybody in fitness, obviously it doesn't happen overnight, but you have to have that moment where the mindset clicks. What was that moment for you?
Well, I grew up with, I had surgeries growing up in my legs, and just being overweight. I had the injuries pile up, and it kind of hit me one day like, hey, there's either going to be a downward spiral where I'm not going to be able to come back from this, or it's now or never, basically. That's like, it was almost a life or death kind of moment, It's either you go down this path the rest of your life and live a not so favorable life, or you kind of turns around and you can re-steer the boat and correct ship.
For you, was it more of a all at once thing, or was it just small gradual changes that led to your weight loss?
That's a big thing I want to tackle today, was the smaller steps. I think most people want to do too much at one time. They overcomplicate the process. They want to do 7 days a week in the gym, do a strict diet, then they tend to fall off a month later, and they rebound, new diet, over and over again. They kind of do the yo-yo diet where they can't really stick to a plan. So my goal is to kind of make them see the simple step-by-step path where you don't have to do too much at once. Take a one-step approach. You increase your cardio, lower the food. You don't need to do this whole chicken, broccoli, and rice and 7 days in the gym doing cardio like a little buddy on the treadmill.
Well, yeah, and that's just it. And I think that's where probably I've had my biggest setbacks is I'm like, I'm going to do this very strict diet, and then I'm not going to do that because there's always baked goods around the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm going to eat those baked goods.
The free lunches.
It's been more about just, okay, I'm going to have this cookie. I'm going to log it so I know that I had this cookie, and that has really been a big help to me. Is that the type of thing we're talking about here?
Kind of be more knowledgeable of what you consume, I guess, is a big thing. Like most people can either lie themselves of, hey, I don't eat this much food, or they want to be honest about that.
Right.
Most people come to me saying, oh, I'm on a strict diet. I'm like, well, what do you eat? And they either will tell me the truth of, oh, I'm also eating all these extra calories at McDonald's, or they want to kind of hide that and lie to me. I'm like, well, there's calories coming from somewhere. They don't just appear out of nowhere, out of thin air. So there's always
you can totally convince yourself you've only had 3 Twizzlers when you've had like 10.
Oh, yeah, the whole pack, yeah.
It's so
very fast. Yeah, a couple Oreos added very fast.
Yeah, Oreos most definitely do. Let's if somebody were to come to you and they're like, hey, I want to get on track here. What's the assessment process look like? Walk me through how you get set up with somebody and kind of plot out what their journey would look like.
Well, we go over the main goals. So they want to lose weight, gain muscle. Most people the main people come to me are losing weight. So overall lifestyle change. So they want to drop a few pounds here, add a few lean muscle pounds on. So I kind of ask them where they're at in life right now, what their daily schedules like. Do they work during the day? Do they have night shifts? How their sleep is, what their stress is like. Do they have kids? Like overall, what their life is like in general. So if they can fit the gym in their schedule, what their diets could be like overall.
How important is it to talk to someone in person about this? Obviously, Instagram is completely populated with people who are like, here are the things you need to do to get fit. And there's just so much information out there. I don't know how much of it is good. So I have to imagine that personal conversation is a really good start.
I think being able to connect someone one-on-one is way easier than doing like a text message or email, where I can let them understand that I've been there. I've been down the path. I've walked that journey of being overweight. I've dealt with the whole lifestyle. I live more than half my life of being overweight, severely overweight. So I can tell them, you can never tell me anything that's going to be shocking to me at all. I totally understand where they're coming from. So no matter what they tell me, I'm always gonna be understanding. I'm always a helpful ear. I'm always here day or night. They need to talk to me. Hey, I'm struggling with the late night cravings or wherever it is. I'm always here to kind of help them guide that ship around and like that mindset change overall.
So we've talked a little bit about the weight loss aspect of it, but like you've talked, if someone's looking for training and they want to add muscle, what does that look like? Especially for someone like me who has hang on, my arms just continue. Never been able to put up much weight because look at this.
Adding muscle, it's a fun part of the job. Yes, adding muscle is definitely the fun part of the job. That just overall, it's more hypertrophy. So that's bench press, squat, all that good stuff you guys see the gym bros doing. So I know most people don't say they come to me like, I don't want to get bulky, I don't want to get too big. Well, that's gonna take a long time to get that big, honestly. So most people come to me, they want to lose the weight, add that lean muscle on, so they're not gonna get that bodybuilding look right away. It takes a long time to get that sculpted Greek god look, so don't worry about it. I know most girls come to me, I don't want to get too big shoulders, too big arms. Like, well, don't worry, it takes a very long time to get there. We can do it slow. We can just get toned first. When they were getting Mr. Olympia right away.
That's fine. So the weight room is right over there.
Yeah, right over there.
Right, yeah. So if people want to make contact with you, talk a little bit about what their fitness goals are and maybe get into a program with you. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
I have a website, jakesadlerfitness.com. I'm on Instagram at jakesadlerfitness as well. Phone number is 419-429-2495. All my links are on my main website as well. So if you have social media links, we have Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
Very good. Well, Jake, we appreciate your time today. Thank you for being a Chamber of Commerce member. And we look forward to working with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And again, you can learn more about Jake and all the resources he has from those links he just provided. You can also find Jake Sadler Fitness at the Findlay-Hancock County Chamber of Commerce online directory. Just search for Jake Sadler Fitness there, and you will find everything you are looking for. For Jake, I'm Doug. Have a great afternoon, everybody.